Hello, my dear friends and fellow developers. Let's continue our journey where we're discussing about the different topics related to OmniScript platform. We have came a long path where we discussed many topics and we have gone into deep in that specific topics like what is OmniStudio, what is Salesforce Industries, about its different layers. We also covered many important tools like FlexCard, OmniScripts, Data Raptor, and Integration Procedure. So let's move forward and see what is the next question which can come whenever we are trying to crack an Omni Studio developer interview. Moving further, so what can be the next question? So next question would be like what are different ways by the help of which we can show validation messages in an OmniScript. So there can be many ways by the help of which we can show an validation error message, or we can say validate a particular field. So let's discover what are some of the ways. So the first way is like we can mark the input element as required. As you can see, there is an checkbox named as required. If you mark that checkbox as true, so what it will do, user has to fill the value in that particular field, else it will show an error. As you can see in the screenshot, that the last name is marked as required, and if the user doesn't fill the value and click on next, so it will show an error message on that step itself, stating that last name is required. So this is the first way by the help of which we can show an error message. Then we have messaging elements. Messaging elements are kind of an special element which is given by OmniScript, with the help of which we can display success, warning, comments, and requirements based on validation expression. As you can see on the screenshot, in messages we have two sections named namely as true and false. So basically, in true and false, we are determining what will be message shown with the help of the validate expression. So validate expression is the expression which is used to formulate what is the actual value, whether it is true or false. In which, as you can see in the screenshot, we have four options like success, warning, comment, and requirement, and all of them will show different colors on the displayed section if there is an error or you want to show any custom message. Then we have set error. So set error element is basically an special kind of element which does the validation on the previous step of OmniScript. So as you can see in the screenshot, it is a separate entity altogether. So you have to drag the set error components from available components to the canvas, and then you have to map the values. So in element name, you have to give the element name on which you want to validate the field, and then in expression you can give your own expression. Here we have a special checkbox named as use expression for values, which can be used to uh, write the more complex formulas which needs to be validated. So let's identify the same with one scenario. So let's suppose in initial step we have a field named as email, and that is optional. So what user did, he doesn't uh, given the email and he gone with the next successive steps. And in last step of the OmniScript, it is mentioned that whether you want to receive an updates in email manner or not. So he says, yeah, I want an email update, but he doesn't fill the email. So now set error will come into picture where it can check if the checkbox is checked where he is requesting for email updates, but he doesn't given the email in the email field. So what it will do, it will navigate the user to the particular email stating that please enter the email value. So this is one of the use case where we can use set error element. The other way is the default error message. So default error message is basically error message which comes in top of the uh, element, but it can be set with certain elements only, like file, image, and action element. So as you can see in the screenshot, we have a specific section of error messages where we can show the default error message if something goes wrong. Then we have custom error message. So it is kind of similar to default error message, but this custom error message will be applied to the entire OmniScript, irrespective of the last last way by in which we are specifying default error message in the particular element. So as you can see here, we have three parameters, namely path, value, and message. So path is basically a node in which we want to show the error message. So it can be a field on of field name, then value, like what is the value, means if the key value, it is kind of key value pair, like if the path and value matches, then the error message will be popped, which is the message over here. Then we have validation. So all the input elements like telephone properties and then we have text properties. So this all will come with a validate options in which we can give our own regex. So what it will do, it will check the given input by the user with that regex expression, and if the expression matches, then it is good. If not, then it will show a custom error message over there. As you can see in the screenshot, that we are checking the whether telephone number is only numeric number, and if it is not, then it will show that it has to be 10 digit character, as we have given the length of the numeric digit to 10. Then we have text block element. So basically this can be used, this can also be used in which we can display our own message with own formatting, and with the help of conditional view we can display the values. So as you can see, we are given as last name is not equal to null. So here if the last name will be not equal to null or vice versa, so based on this condition the error message will be shown. So that's pretty much for today. So these are some of the ways by the help of which we can identify or we can validate an input or any field in OmniScript. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my content, kindly like and subscribe. Thank you.